Hi, this is Chris with TriMech, and I'm here at the NVIDIA booth at SolidWorks World 2019 with Olympio. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Chris. How are you?
Very good, very good. Want to tell me a little bit about your booth?
I can do that. First, I'd like to talk about who we are.
Sure.
First of all, NVIDIA is a strategic partner with Dassault and SolidWorks. They're one of our most important partners. And this year we became a platinum sponsor. We have the XR zone I'm pointing to over there with a lot of VR exhibits, which we'll get into here.
Okay.
And then we took our own booth here, and we're focusing on visualization inside SolidWorks and the SolidWorks Visualize application.
Great.
As well as virtualization if you want to run in a remote environment. So our first demo here, which I'm not going to run for you, but this is a large assembly. This is a telescope that we're using throughout the demo area.
Yep.
And we have in beta mode now on SolidWorks 2019, I forget which service pack, but the ability to really scale your graphics and run a lot faster. Instead of getting the chunky zoom and pans, you'll be able to really do smooth rotations and zooms. Because they have a new, SolidWorks developed a new graphics pipeline with our help, and it's now in beta. In the middle, we have SolidWorks Visualize, and this is their photorealistic rendering system that most of your customers have. And I'm going to pass the baton to Sean Wagstaff here.
Great.
We'll go into a little more detail.
Great. Thank you, Olympio. Hi. Hey there, Sean. Chris.
Hi, Sean Wagstaff. Nice to meet you.
So, tell me a little bit about what you do here.
Yeah, so I'm showing SolidWorks Visualize. It's a tech preview that's been enabled with RTX ray tracing. Okay. So I don't know if you're familiar with the RTX Quadro GPUs, but they now contain both RT cores, so hardware and silicon specifically dedicated to ray tracing acceleration. And they also contain tensor cores, which is hardware dedicated to AI. In this case, we're using it for denoising.
Yes.
So the combination of RT accelerated ray tracing and tensor core accelerated denoising gives you just this monumental performance increase over what people are used to working in this application. If you'd like, I could show you a little bit about why someone would want to do this.
Absolutely, please do.
Sure. So again, this is Visualize this, and this is a tech preview. So you could see that the rendering happens almost instantaneously.
Oh, yeah.
And if I get a camera here that's not locked, let me just unlock one. You can see how fast I can move around in the scene. And so for an artist, making design decisions, this is key because there's a lot of things an artist or a designer want to do. One is work with the materials, work with assemblies to sort of evaluate how assemblies fit together, maybe see how it interacts with light. So for example, if I wanted to change the lighting in this scene, I could just rotate this lighting environment, and you can see how even in real time, as I move this light, I can see how the light's playing across the surfaces. And if I were trying to get just the perfect lighting arrangement, to show off this design, I can get exactly the kind of reflections I want. Say I want this nice glossy reflection right here, but I want to just tweak it a little bit. I can see, even as I'm moving the light, I can see exactly how that's playing across the surface. And this is absolutely photoreal rendering almost instantaneously.
That's great.
And we're showing it here side by side with an M2000, which is a previous generation NVIDIA Quadro. And we're claiming performance increase in this card of at least 5x. So depending on the rendering, it could be better than that. But we're stick kind of conservative numbers right now.
This thing's moving at 34 passes per second at twice 1080p. So
yeah, this is a high resolution render. And even if I get in close, you can see it almost doesn't care. It's gonna just keep cooking really fast.
Amazing.
And I can change the lighting environment. Let me get something with different reflections. And again, as I move that around, you can just see how those reflections are really lifelike, even though there's a little bit of noise, and then the denoiser kicks in, and that denoise just disappears instantaneously.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that description. Very excited to get our hands on an RTX card sometime. But thank you for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hi, we're here with Jack. He's going to tell us a little bit about virtualization.
Yeah. So here we are showing the VMware Horizon client. So we're working on the Apple Mac. So it's like we call it a virtual desktop infrastructure. So like any device, as long as you have a client installed, even like on your mobile phone, you can link to a virtual machine. Then the virtual machine has our GPU on it. Of course, it's running on the SolidWorks virtualized, so you can have like that kind of connectivity anywhere.
Awesome.
And also the enterprise customer is looking like secure IP, so you don't lose your design stuffs, right? Because it's running somewhere at the server side, so you can't really physically touch the data.
Okay.
Yeah. And also it's very, very easy to management, so you can just, let me show you guys, you can just, here's a control panel for the VM. So,
Completely virtual, right?
yeah, completely. You can assign how many CPU cores, how many memories.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I mean, for the IT folks, is because sometimes the client for them is the designers. They ask like changing the hardware, so they don't need to like go to under the desk.
Yeah.
Pull
Yeah,
the memory
yeah, yeah.
out. You change the memory, change the graphic card. You can change the graphic card, memory, everything just
Wow.
click by click.
Wow.
By the mouse. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be high demand.
Yeah.
So on any device, this would work.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much
Yeah.
for sharing. It's
Thank
very
you.
informative.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.